Hey there, boys and girls. Today, I'm going to try and teach you a little bit about capacity. Now, when we talk about capacity, we're really talking about liquid measurements. And there's a lot of them. I'm sorry about that. This is probably the hardest section of customary measurements to do because there's just a whole bunch of them. So I'm going to start by just showing you what these units are, and just to kind of give you a visual of what they look like. So I'm going to start with my jug of iced tea, good old Publix iced tea mixed with a little lemonade because I like a little lemonade in my iced tea. Anyway, this is a gallon. You have these at home. I'm sure you probably have it filled with milk. I just happen to have one here with iced tea in it, but the whole thing is 1 gallon. Now, the next unit is called a quart, and this, yes, is a quart. Now, kind of bring it back here. I need to take 4 of these quarts and fill it in to get 1 gallon, okay? So 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. Now, so there's my quart. Here is a pint. It's about half the size of it. So pint, quart. And there are 2 pints in a quart. Okay? And I'm going to let you compare this to this. Now this is a measuring cup, and it measures a cup. So when you go all the way up to the top here, you have a cup of water. And 2 of these can be poured into 1 of the pints. So 2 cups equals 1 pint. There's actually another one, if you can believe it. It's called fluid ounces. And let's see here. I have to look on this side. So here's my cup. Here would be a half a cup. Here's a fourth a cup. If I take that fourth and go a half of that, I would have 1/8 of a cup. And that eighth is called a fluid ounce. Now, don't get that confused with a weight ounce. We'll get into that in the next lesson. But ounces are just, they're called fluid ounces. Fluid is like liquid. So fluid ounces, there's 8 fluid ounces to equal 1 cup, okay? So if you saw my notes on Edsby, I wanted you to have a piece of paper because I wanted you to make a diagram. So I hope you have your paper. If you don't, just pause the video, go get some paper and pencil and something to write on there. And I'm going to start, I'm just going to do this colorfully because I'm dressed in colors today. So I'm going to start with some blue. And on my paper, mine's a whiteboard. You're going to do this in paper. You just need a pencil. You don't need to have colors. I'm just doing it in colors because I'm colorful today. I want you to do a big capital G for gallon. Okay? Big capital G for gallon. And do you remember how many quarts I said? How many of these fit in a big gallon? Right? It was 4. Good memory. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you I'm going to draw 4 big Q's in my capital G to show that there's 4 quarts in a gallon. Okay, maybe you have had time to do that. I'm going to take my next color marker and I'm going to do pints. Now, how many pints fit in a quart? Do you remember? Do you remember? It was 2. 2 of these equal 1 of those. So in each cue, I'm going to put 2, I'll just show you 1 for now. I'm going to put 2 capital P's in there. Okay, so go ahead and put all those P's in there. P, 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 P. Okay, so there's all my P's. All right, now if you remember, we had how many of the cups filled in a pint? It was 2. Good for you. 2 C's go in each P. Sounds kind of weird. So I'm going to do a C and a C and a C and a C. I'll show you what that looks like. So for each P, I'm going to put 2 C's in each P. 2 cups for every pint. So that's a lot of cups in a whole gallon. This is the whole idea of this. I want you to be able to think about this is, you know, if I wanted to count how many cups are in a whole gallon, I would have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cups in 1 gallon. What about, how many pints are in a gallon? Well, this is 1 gallon, so how many P's do I have in there? Looks like 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 pints equals 1 gallon. How many cups are in a quart? How many cups are in a quart? So let's see here. I have 1 quart right here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cups in a quart. So this diagram's pretty helpful. Now, when you do your math this week, you're going to have the conversion chart in front of you, and you'll be able to see and use the same strategy. Where are my cards here? I don't have them on me, with my horse and my, where are they? Here they are. No, they're not. Oh, yep, there they are. There we go. Sorry about that. So, you know, remember, horse to fly, multiply. Fly to horse, divide, of course. Okay? And so I will let you watch this video, and I want you to practice using your diagram to answer some questions about capacity. Enjoy the rest of your day, boys and girls.